decisions, and you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery. When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell? At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's philsgang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
If you're looking to make extra income, if you're looking to pay off bills and plan for your retirement, then check out philsgang.com. Philsgang.com is an online educational service that informs you, coaches you, and guides you on how to invest in the stock market. Get daily advice to buy stocks, short stocks, and learn when to get out of your positions. Philsgang.com provides daily webinars, alerts, educational tutorials, and all material is archived. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed at Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money man. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Barack Obama, president for 8 years, turned around the economy, took it when it was on the brink, and turned around an economy that was bleeding 800,000 jobs a month. He started a path in terms of criminal justice reform.
Oh, yeah, that's Al Sharpton. That's what we want to hear from OL. He owes the government about $4 million. Yeah, he really started a path in criminal justice system. His Department of Justice refused to go after the bankers because the bankers were clients of the head of the DOJ in a law firm that he owns in Washington. That's why they never went after the banks. I mean, Holder would have, are you kidding me? He refused to go after the bankers. Refused. And his prosecutor refused. Matter of fact, his prosecutor on 60 Minutes, they did an interview. He was so embarrassed. He looked so stupid that it was incredible. He quit 2 weeks later. He went to the same law firm, Covington, I think it's Covington Burling, got a paycheck for, he started off with a base of $4 million. Lanny Brewer, yeah, Holder's boy. Who are they trying to fool? It's unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. The market's down 102 points today. I'm going to get into the market, tell you where the market's going to go, what you should expect. Our gold, remember I kept telling you weeks ago, I said gold mining stocks, and they're still going up. But first, I want to talk about this guy here, Representative John Lewis. Remember him? He comes out and he says Trump is illegitimate. But people are afraid to talk against John Lewis because he was, rightfully so, 52 years ago, a hero. He was one of the big six leaders in the civil rights movement. You can't take that away from him. He was a preacher. Now he's a congressman. And he deserves a lot of credit 52 years ago for the civil rights movement. A hero in the 60s. He led the march from Salem across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, labeled as Bloody Sunday. He was beaten. He was jailed by state troopers. And because of his beating in that march, guess what? The 1965 Voting Rights Act got approved much faster than would have. He took a beating. But this is 52 weeks later, 52 years later. This is 52 years later. What has he done?
What has John Lewis done since he marched on Selma? Really, he's riding on the coattails of something that happened over 50 years ago. John Lewis has done more for himself over the last 50 plus years than he's done for black people.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't that all Congress? Looks like all the majority of the parasites in Congress. Don't they take care of themselves every day before they take care of us? It's just not Lewis. But he's an example. He's done nothing for his district. And here, it's again, we know Congress. They do not share our everyday experiences. They do not share our trophies and our defeats. Especially the 245 who are millionaires. They can't begin to know how we live, what we go through every day. The average estimated personal wealth of congressional members far exceed the average American wealth. In fact, 1% of the country in the United States are millionaires. What's 1%? Well, Congress, 66% of the congressmen are millionaires. Now, Lewis is not a millionaire, but he sure lives well. But Lewis, like the rest of Congress, he takes care of himself financially before he takes care of his constituents. You know, it costs a lot of money to run campaigns. So Lewis, like the rest of Congress, had to put their hand out and had to beg for money, take bribes. I mean, they put him up as this hero. To come out and say that Trump is illegitimate, this is the one man he would think would not say something like that, who would respect what Trump did. He's a hypocrite. A hypocrite. And a coward. Let's take the IRS scandal. This hero of 50 years ago has changed to a parasite, to a hypocrite. Because if you recall, Lewis was involved with reverse discrimination, getting the IRS to target just white conservative groups. Yeah, reverse discrimination. You would think he would know better. But he was the one who led the charge with the IRS to go after white conservatives. These conservative groups are looking for tax exemption. And they're looking for those tax exemptions because they're raising funds for white conservative candidates like Romney. Oh, he didn't like that. Lewis, he first targeted white individual conservatives. Then he would contact Lois Lerner and would then start a tax audit by the IRS on the target. Now, many of these targets were farmers. So Lewis didn't stop there. He got the IRS to do his dirty work, Lois Lerner. He'd go to the EPA. They'd come into the farm and they'd run all kinds of inspections. They would make up all kinds of violations to force the person to have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to court to defend and go out of business. Oh, yeah, there's some hero. He's a phony and a parasite. But I will give him credit for 52 years ago. But he's not the same man that he was 52 years ago. And people are afraid to tell you that. Afraid to tell you that. It's just unbelievable. Here's Trump.
I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president. I think the Russians participated in helping this man get elected, and they helped destroy the candidacy of Hillary Clinton. I think there was a conspiracy on the part of the Russians.
Unbelievable. He sounds like an idiot. Is that amazing? And they call him a hero? He's done nothing for his constituents when it comes to Medicare or Social Security. Medicare, that's our federally funded health insurance program for people 65 years or older, is so underfunded, it's incredible. In fact, Medicare is so bad right now, the doctors are firing their clients. They're not taking clients anymore. And he's done nothing about it. Or Social Security. Social Security is a total mess. What has Lewis done about Social Security for his constituents? Nothing. Just like he's done nothing for Medicare. Both Social Security and Medicare are a total mess, and they're underfunded, and they're going broke. Take Social Security alone. Back in the 60s, there were nearly 6.5 active workers paying into the system for every social recipient. For every Social Security recipient. I can't get the word out. Recipient, thank you. Today, that's been cut more than half. Almost 3/4. Doctors across the country have said no more Medicare patients. 21% of our doctors are not taking new Medicare patients. Why? Due to Obamacare. The law created a whopping 2,400 pages of regulations that the Medicare doctor or the doctor has to read and study. Are you kidding me? They don't have time for that. Instead of hiring nurses, they're hiring people in the office to read these regulations. They're not hiring nurses. They can't afford nurses. They got too many people read these regulations. So where's this hero, John Lewis? Where's the hero? Why isn't he fixing this for his constituents? Because it's his constituents that use Medicare, Medicaid, and Medicare. But Medicare and Social Security are in trouble. The healthcare system's broken. where doctors, there's Obamacare under Obama and Lewis have created more incentives for doctors to get rid of their patients than to treat them. He's a hero, all right. We'll be right back after this break. 15 past the hour here in Phil's Gang. We'll look at some stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Would you like to know how to secure your financial future? At philsgang.com, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang staff teaches and coaches you to build a successful investing plan to achieve your goals. philsgang.com gives you instruction on how to find low-risk, high-potential investing opportunities in the stock market. If you're new to the stock market and want to master the basics of stock investing and learn how to invest in stocks with little risk, then philsgang.com is your place. Learn from their extensive collection of educational videos about investing strategies and the analysis of charting. Every weekday, philsgang.com hosts live market webinars. They post market updates throughout the day. They have working investor programs and they provide financial updates throughout the day, and all material is archived. For only $39.95 a month, there is no other service like Phil's Gang offers. Start the new year off right. Secure your financial future with philsgang.com. Give them a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You're probably familiar with a pillow commercial that's everywhere. It's on TV. And wherever you put it, get the pillows, this new pillow that's out. You know what? You don't need a pillow good night's sleep. You want to make sure your investments are safe. That's where you get the good night's sleep. And that's what you get here at Phil's Gang with our technology. It's built in to show you when your stock is ready to fail, when your stock is ready to rally. That's right, it follows the money. You don't need a pillow. You need Phil's Gang. That's how you get a good night's sleep. You'll always know well in advance if the market's going to collapse or your stock. Join my gang, philsgang.com. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back to Phil's Gang Radio Show. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Do you have any doubt in your mind that Russia tried to interfere in the election? And then second, do you believe it altered the outcome?
The answer is yes.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable. The answer is yes. I mean, they have more excuses. I mean, the excuses are incredible. I've never seen so many excuses why they lost. I mean, take Obama when he talks about his foreign policy. I'll get into that in a little bit. I mean, just excuse after excuse after excuse. Unbelievable. But first, let's go to making some money, okay? Because that's why we're here, to make some money. And hopefully you send money to St. Jude, okay? Because that's a wonderful organization. And and all we ask is that, look, just become a gang member, follow the rules. It's easy. It's really easy. All you have to do is follow the rules. You learn how to use a chart. You learn how to look at the chart. All you got to know is it green or is it red? That's simple. That's simple. Let's talk about the stock market a little bit. The market's down over 100 points, but the market's not going to drop very much. Not now. Not until after the inauguration. See, here's the problem. We're going to have a great correction in this market. We'll probably get it about half through the year. We'll probably get about a 20% correction, maybe more. But that's a good thing. That's a real good thing. Why? Because the President Trump, he's not going to make the mistakes that were made by Baby Bush or Obama, that when the markets tanked and the economy tanked and went into a recession, he made sure it didn't go into recession. They would come in, they'd prop the banks right back up to create an illusion that the banks were profitable. Then they prop the stock market up. They front load the stock market up, pushing the stock market, mostly with stock buybacks, when there is no earnings, there's no profits. When companies that make profits, they're cutting their biggest expense, their biggest overhead, people. They cut them from full-time to part-time or cut them all together. They're cutting every expense they can. They're not buying new equipment, new machinery. That's bad because now you can't get a raise because we're not producing more, so you don't get a raise. And worse, we're not hiring more because the productivity isn't increasing. But this is how they're getting the profits up. Only 26% of the S&P 500 companies are contributing profits to this gigantic rally of 230%. There's no profits behind it. Now, Trump is getting to a point where he's got to start talking about, and I said this last week, about the big, bad, ugly bubble, because that's what we have, a big, bad, ugly bubble. There's no question about it. And he's got to start talking about that bubble. He's got to start telling people this bubble is going to crack. This bubble is going to pop. And I can't turn this economy around that quickly. I can't grow us from the 3.5%, 4% in 6 months, 8 months. It's going to take me 18 months. Be patient. I'm going to give you everything I promised, but it's going to take time. Because if he doesn't do that and people, their expectations are so high, I explained this before, and then after 6 months, they don't see anything. Oh, the press is going to be on top of him. Unbelievable. And the market will tank. There's too much to do. I mean, this market was in such a mess. But that doesn't mean you can't make money. You can make money when the market goes down. Anytime you start getting fear because, the market's going to go down, market's going to go down. Well, first of all, the first thing you worry about is the stocks you're in. How do I know when to get out? How do I know when to get out? Well, you'll know when to get out if you're using a chart. If you're using my chart, the one I designed, it gives you a color code that tells you to get out. Here, I'll give you an example. Today, listen to this.
Did you see George Soros, the billionaire, bet against the market and Trump? Don't do that. Buy the Dow, DIA up 20% next 2 years.
John, you like the Dow?
I do, but I'd wait for it to buy it.
How do they tell him to? You said to buy a minute. The Dow right now is up from just when it turned to green. Let's just go back in November, on November 9th. It's up 10%, but then it's turned red. It stopped going up. It's been red, and it just turned red again. That's telling you institutions are taking their money, but they're telling you to get in. How ridiculous! How stupid! And they're telling you it's going to be up 20% in a year. And one guy said, well, I think I'll wait for it to pull back. Well, which is it? Which guy do you believe? Well, you don't have to believe either one of them. Now that you have a chart, my chart will tell you. My chart will tell you. You don't have to worry anymore. But you definitely wouldn't be buying this stock. The stock that you would be buying, if you're going to buy any stock, is a stock that has already been driven down. The profit's been taken out of them, like Budweiser or GoPro. Those are the ones you go for. If you take like Budweiser, okay, what a great stock that is. Now, Budweiser, it started to turn red around $128. It turned green when it was about $102. It dropped 20%. And you know how many people never got out of it because of somebody like this guy here would say, get in it? A lot of people got into stock in October when it was around $128. Imagine they got in it in October. But with me as a gang member, you would have gotten out. And you would have made money shorting it as it goes down. Now it's turning green. Now it's telling you got an opportunity that institutions are bringing their money back in. That's what you want. You want institutional money coming back in. That's why it turns green. Or buy a stock like another good example would be GoPro. That's a great stock. That stock got killed. GoPro got killed. That stock dropped. Believe this? That stock started to turn red back on October 11th at $15. It stopped going down at around $8.35. GoPro dropped 40%, but they would have told you to get in. They would never told you they would never tell you to get out. But guess what my gang would have done? They would have not only gotten out, and a lot of my gang members are in this stock, they would have shorted. So when it turns red, you hit a little button, you just click on there, it says sell short. That's simple. You don't have to know anything about the stock. You don't have to know anything about the company. Nothing. It's just it turned red. That means institution money are coming on. Guess what? It just turned green. Just turned green again in December 15th. And it went from 876 up to 930. Don't listen to these people. We'll be right back after this break. Markets down 92 points. More on stocks when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Let me ask you,
Could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With PhilsGang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the PhilsGang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. PhilsGang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With PhilsGang.com, you learn how to invest in the market, you get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all PhilsGang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to PhilsGang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at PhilsGang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. PhilsGang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at PhilsGang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. PhilsGang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Here comes a new president, new beginnings, and new hopes, which can also bring volatile times. Many investors get spooked and begin to question their investments. But the thing to realize is that market volatility is inevitable, and it's a great opportunity to get in the stock market. No one at philsgang.com will tell you when the market correction is coming, and we will not promise you you're going to get rich, but we will guarantee you a good night's sleep. At philsgang.com, our #1 goal is to inform investors who want to learn and invest in the stock market. We provide daily investment teaching strategies and the analysis of charting the stock market. You are informed around the clock with market webinars, market updates, working investor programs, and financial updates throughout the day. Plus, you'll enjoy the Phil's Gang customer service. Be prepared for market volatility and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877. You're listening to The Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grandy. Be sure to check out the all-new Phil's Gang website at philsgang.com.
Let me just say, if it's really up to Donald Trump to prove he's legitimate.
Unbelievable, isn't it? This is just crazy. That's Juan Williams. Are you kidding me? What's wrong with these people? These people are just, they're ignorant. They're just despicable people. Here's another idiot. This is Nancy Pelosi. I mean, I have to have a airbag when I play this clip.
Much of the increase in the
national debt that has occurred during this time still springs from two paid for wars. The
that he started.
Cost that we owe our veterans following that, the giveaways that they gave to the pharmaceutical industry, and the high-end tax cuts that...
All right, wait a minute. When Obama got in office, he had both the White House, or three, the White House, he had the House, he had the Senate. He could do anything he wants. So who's she blaming here? The blame game is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. But before I get into that, let's talk about the market a moment. The market's down 76 points. Look, here's what's going to happen with the stock market. The market, since the Trump rally, went up 6%. That Trump rally is going to start falling apart. And I told my gang this, and my gang has some great profits, but they know when to get out because the chart will inform them, intelligently inform them. It'll turn red, plenty of time to get out. That's the beautiful thing. Plenty of time to get out. That's the only thing you worry about. Isn't it? When you own a stock, you really worry about that. That's really the thing you focus on. Oh, those days are over. Now, what is going to take down the stock market is the bond market. People are going to go back to the bond market. They've only been going to the stock market because they've been lying for 2 years. The economy is doing well. They get the Europeans to buy into it that it's doing well. They come over here. They dump their euros to buy the dollar. And when they do that, when that dollar starts going up, that's another signal the economy is doing well. And the people who are in, which it's a fake signal. It's not true. But a lot of people are getting out of the bond market and getting into the stock market. That's what they've been doing. Forcing the stock market up with this fake narrative the economy is doing terrific when it's not. Soon, once Trump's at a point that he can't get to that 3.5%, 4%, not his fault. He's got to come out and explain it now why it's not going to happen because it's such a mess we have. People are going to start blaming him. And the stock market, once the bond market, look, two things are going to happen. People are going to get out of the stock market and panic and go back into the bond market. The dollar's going to start dropping. Gold is going to go up. I told you to be in gold in my gang, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. Matter of fact, right now, our gold stocks, Nugget, since it turned green, is up 64%. Now, I'm not suggesting every gang member got in and made 64%. What I'm suggesting, and I'm telling you, when the chart turned red to green, my gang who follows NUGT knew it turned green. They had the opportunity to get it in. They got in 2 days later. Maybe they got in a week later. But the opportunity was 64%. And it's still green. But here's the thing. You can sleep at night now because they know when to get out. You don't have to worry about that anymore. And that's the position you should be in. It's not hard. But what's going to take them down to get the banks are going to weak already. The banks are getting hit already. Because remember the reason why the banks went up. Because of the narrative. We're going to keep raising interest rates. Things are terrific. And, of course, banks make money when interest rates go up. So people start to buy banks and banks. There's nothing underneath things. They're dead. The retail companies are dead. They don't tell you the truth. So there is no way, and even if Trump came in and decided to do quantitative easing, it's not going to be like the last quantitative easing. The last quantitative easing, we were on the bottom. The market was on the bottom. We were in a crash. So everybody jumped in. But this time, the market's up 230%. What, are you going to get in now? Do another quantitative easing? You kidding? Investors aren't going to do that. It's over. Now, if they can make up games and keep going higher, that's fine. We'll go with it as long as it stays green. And you follow us, and you'll be fine. But guess what? You'll know when to get out. But I'm going to talk about this blame game. And here, let me give you the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Please join right now. They're waiting for your call. Try it for 30 days. It works. It really works. And all I ask you to do well, you go to my site, there's 2 charities. And one of the charities that we like a lot, of course, is the foundation it was developed in 2007, the Vera and Walter Scheer Foundation, and they are involved with what they call the Center for Discovery. It's a national specialty facility. It provides advanced care and treatment to children and adults who have significant disabilities. You should see this. And the family, the Scheer family who started this in 2007, they're just amazing people. And they really built this foundation. It really works. They really take care of people. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and check it out under charities. And as I say, we have two charities, and one, of course, is the Vera and Walter Scheer Foundation, and of course the Kids for Cancer, St. Jude. All right, DeMarcus now down 71 points. You know what you got to think about? If you're in these 401ks, you got to be out of your mind. You're going to get killed in these 401ks. I mean, how do you make money in 401ks when, just think about it, a 2% fee wipes out your retirement fund? You're paying administrative fees. You're paying customer service fees. All the expenses you're paying. You're paying 12(1)B fees, distribution fees, performance fees, custodial fees, legal fees, transfer agent fees. There are hidden fees of 2 to 3%. Let's do a comparison. Let's say you had $100,000 in a 401k and $100,000 in a pension over 25 years. You contribute $600 a month to each. You both end up with $1.5 million, but the 401k ends up with what? $400,000 less because of what? The fees. At least if you take my chart, even if you want to stay with the 401ks, at least you're going to be able to know when to get out. Don't call and say to your broker, what do you think we should do? What do you think we should do? What do you think they're going to say? Get out? When they get paid on the amount of money that's in the It's in the 401k. They don't get paid on their performance. Of course they're going to tell you to stay in. But at least if you have my chart, at least you know when it's turning red and the S&P's turning red and the banks are turning red, you know, get out. Everybody else is getting out. Then you can make adjustments on your 401k, but you got to wait till the end of the day. That's stupid. Unbelievable. But I want to get back and touch on, he's leaving now in a few days, Obama. He's a likable guy, but he's a failed president. History will show it was his own party who set him up for failure. They set him up for failure. To put him forward as a presidential candidate in 2009 was nuts. His only experience was a community organizer. He studied under a Marxist by the name of Saul Alinsky, and that's all his experience was? That's the resume to become president? What are you, nuts? They set him up for failure. And that's why we got the worst economy ever. Got the slowest recovery ever. The far left liberal social establishment of the Democrat Party felt that's okay. We'll put him in there, not to worry about. We'll cover all his mistakes because we control 6 of the largest companies in the country, controls 87% of all the outlets, TV, radio, and we can turn around and mask all of his failures. And we can create an illusion that he's doing terrific, and the worst things get, we'll just keep front-loading the stock market, go higher and higher. Unbelievable. And now that everything has failed, especially foreign policy, he will not admit it. It's unbelievable. We'll be right back. The market's down. The Dow's down 76 points. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG, so you can get out when you're supposed to and get a good night's sleep.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandi is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandi has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandi and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandi, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264.
No matter what happens with repeal and replace Obamacare, Walgreens, I believe, is going to do well. I think it's up 20% a year. I do own it.
How does he know it's going to be up 20%? Walgreens. Now, I look at the chart right now. Are you kidding me? What are you, nuts? This thing has turned red. December 15th, today it's still red. It's down 3% and still is red. Money's pouring out. He tells you to buy it. Someone's going to listen. You're not going to put it up on a chart because you don't have my chart. You're just going to do it because you think he's on TV. You think he's smart. These are the same guys that write you newsletters. And every time you get a newsletter, whatever you read, throw it away. Because the information is old. The moves have already been made. Every time you get a newsletter, the information is old. Don't you read those newsletters. Use them for toilet paper. That's all they're worth. Because the smart guys, the real money guys, they already made their move. They've had that information long before you've had it. I don't get the information early. But what I do get, I can look at Walgreens and I can see back here, which this guy didn't know, that December 15th, money came pouring out, it turned red. So the beautiful thing, if I owned it, and I'm up 10, 15%, I protect myself. I can sleep at night. What a beautiful thing. So he tells people to get in. Here it is Monday. People are jumping in the stock and money's pouring out of it. Isn't that a shame? The real shame is that these people whether they're whether they're newsletter writers like they are on Fox, Bulls and Bears. That's how they make their money, selling you old information. Or if a 401k manager, you think he cares about you? Look at the fees. The fees are incredible. They're incredible. 1% fee. People don't believe. A 1% fee, you lose 28%. 2% fee, you lose 50%. Most fees are 3% or more. If it's 2%, you lost half. This is crazy. If I have $25,000 in my 401k, let's give them a break. An average return of 7%. Say for 35 years. My account balance, if I'm just paying 0.5%, should be $270,000. I would have on $25,000, if I did everything right, 7% return for 35 years. My account balance after 0.5% fee should be $227,000. Let's bring it down now. But I don't pay 1%. Nobody pays 0.5%. Let's say you pay 1%. It drops from $227,000 to $163,000, but nobody pays 1%. Let's be realistic. 2%. It drops from $227,000 down to $113,000. But that's not true either. Nobody pays 2%. It's more 3% because they don't tell you about the hidden fees. So on that $227,000, you're going to be left with about $85,000. It's all fees. Why do you think every day there's another article in the paper and online that says they're suing? They're suing these companies over the 401ks. They're getting screwed. This is what we should be working on. This is the worst thing in the world, these 401ks. It's a racket. Because what they did after they got the 401k, after they screwed you with your pension and they got you out of the pension, put you in the 401k, now that the racket developed. Now they start calling planners. There's all kinds of planners. Boy, do they dupe people. Planners. You think a planner really cares? His job is to get you a 401k. You come in the office, he's going to tag you with a 401k. And he's going to get the worst one possible because that's where he makes the biggest commission. I'm not saying all planners are bad. I'm not saying that at all. I mean, there's some good planners. But the good planners you're not going to hire. They're too busy. They're not going to take you on. If you made $55,000 to $99,000 a year, you need $550,000, $700,000 to retire. Where are you going to get that? How are you going to? Let's say you're making $60,000 a year. You need at least $700,000 to live when you retire. How are you going to do that? You could barely pay groceries. You think your 401k is going to do it? No, because a lot of you aren't even contributing. So why don't you start with the S&P? Start the S&P 500. Start with $10, $20. Put it in an S&P 500. It's an exchange-traded fund. When it's green, you buy. When it's red, you get out. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. And all I ask, if you do well, please send money to St. Jude or send the money, please, to the Vera and Walter Scheer Foundation. Great foundation. Check it out. It's unbelievable what this guy has done, him and his children. All right, I want to finish up. I'm running out of time here. Okay, so he's leaving. Likable guy, failed president, but history will show it's his own party who set him up for failure by putting in somebody who's a presidential candidate, his only experienced community organizer. He studied under a Marxist by the name of Saul Alinsky. No way should he have been president, and now we see what's going on, and the country's destroyed because of him. Now, but here's what gets me. He's starting to act out. He's so upset. His underwear is knotted up that Hillary didn't win. He's so mad at everybody. And he's really angry at the fact that Trump has been able to keep more jobs here in the United States than he did in 8 years. Trump has kept more jobs in the United States as a president-elect, for God's sakes. He's so angry. He's so jealous. So he's going to put mines. He's putting minefields in front of Trump because he wants him to fail. Yeah, really. He's putting minefields in. Obama, think what he's done. He's like a little kid. He's so angry. Before he leaves, he's going to put a trick. He's playing these tricks on Trump. Unbelievable. Example. He's now keeping alive the propaganda that Russia is a threat. Yeah, that's all propaganda. It's all crap. But he keeps that propaganda going, that Russia's a threat. So to make it so difficult and almost impossible for Trump to normalize relations with Putin, instead of working with Trump, introducing to Putin, you know what he did? Obama carelessly sent a U.S. force of 2,800 men and 10 tanks across Poland to the Russian border. Boy, do we look stupid. What a force. The Nazis did the same thing, crossed Poland to invade Russia, went to the border, but when they went over, they sent over 3.8 million men, 3,350 tanks, plus all the other stuff. We sent over 2,800 guys and gals and 10 tanks, and we're going to sit there on the border. All that's doing is making them grumpy, and he did that on purpose. Now, Obama purposely, here's another landmine, purposely made the Israelis real grumpy over his refusal to veto an anti-Israel UN resolution. Why did he do that? Everybody asks, why did he do that? He never did that before. In 8 years, he never did that. Why? Well, here's why. Because he knew the Israeli government would be so grumpy they would no longer share its intelligence with the United States or with the Trump administration when he came in. So he wanted to put a landmine so that when Trump gets in office, Israel will not share with Trump administration their intelligence. Two things, just the two things we know about. He's like a little kid. You're going to see some dramatic changes, let me tell you, when he comes in. You're going to see it in the stock market, too. The stock market's going to get better than ever. That's why I keep telling you, join the gang, join the gang. Try it for 30 days. 30 days. It works. You're going to see tremendous changes in the stock market. And how stark the changes are going to be, wait till you see. Obama is a closet Muslim. He's been a closet Muslim for 13 years. He only switched because his wife told him you're never going to make, when he ran for Senate, you're never going to win if you're a Muslim. So he changed. But here's what he said. He's made it, he always wants to be politically correct. He always wants to be politically correct. So himself as a Muslim, he protects, think what he does. He's been protecting the rights of terrorist Muslims or the lives of American citizens just to be politically correct. The Iran deal not only will threaten Israel, but America, us, with nuclear weapons. What a stark contrast you're going to see. You're going to see Obama's legacy, that of a food stamp president. That's going to cut. Wait till you see the contrast between President Trump's legacy and Obama's legacy. Trump will be the jobs president, while Obama will be the food stamp president. And you know what's going to be nice now? We're going to get a stock market. We're going to get numbers no longer manipulated. Obama administration manipulated all the different data. All the different data. Unbelievable. They would put out in headlines, the economy is on a steady footing. Retail sales are up 3.3% in 2016, growing faster than prior year at 2.3%. Worker wages have grown more quickly than ever before. All a lie. You know what people don't know? They statistically manipulate those numbers by using seasonally adjusted numbers. Instead of using seasonally adjusted, they use 5 years. 5 years. That's how they get the numbers to look good. Right now, 877-600-GANG. Get your chart. Become a member. 877-600-GANG. You won't be disappointed, I promise you.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.